Malaysia, an important Asian economy, has formally applied to join BRICS, which is a major blowback for the West and especially G7. Malaysia is a crucial economic partner for the United States in Asia, and similarly, the US is an important partner for Malaysia in the South China Sea conflict with China. However, plans by Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to visit Russia as he energizes a bid to join the BRICS group of nations show his country joining sides in the struggle between world powers. Recently, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar announced his visit to Vladivostok, Russia, to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin in the coming weeks, following a trip by Moscow's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to Malaysia when Malaysia formally applied to join the BRICS intergovernmental organization, which Russia currently helms as president. Joining an economic coalition to rival G7 is clearly picking a side. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim says Malaysia submitted an application to Russia to join the BRICS intergovernmental organization. He added, Malaysia has sent a letter of application to Russia to join the BRICS, as Russia is the BRICS chairman for this year, besides expressing openness to participate as a member country or strategic partner. But why does a US partner want to join BRICS? What benefits BRICS will bring to Malaysia? Will joining BRICS affect Malaysian relations with the West? Before I proceed, I encourage you to consider showing your support by clicking the like button, and don't forget to share your views on the topic in the comment section below. Your feedback is invaluable for us and a wider audience around the world. BRICS was initially included Brazil, Russia, India and China, was established in 2009 as a cooperation platform for emerging economies, with South Africa joining the bloc in 2010. BRICS was now included Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia and the United Arab Emirates, and contributes to a quarter of the global economy, accounts for 1/5 of global trade, and represents about 40% of the world's population. Malaysia will definitely benefit from the biggest markets of the world and BRICS, as well as greater reach to different continents, as it will improve relations with South Africa in the African continent, Brazil in South America, Russia in Europe, and China and India in Asia. China has been Malaysia's largest trading partner since 2009, with total trade last year in 2023 reaching $98.9 billion. Similarly, in 2022, India and Malaysia bilateral trade was worth $19.4 billion, with India exporting $5.87 billion to Malaysia and Malaysia exporting $12.42 billion to India. After joining BRICS, trade can reach new heights with all BRICS members. While Malaysia could benefit from greater access to the markets of BRICS member states, this may negatively affect the country's existing ties with the West. Depending on BRICS reactions to the Western-dominated global economic system, particularly the G7, it might see pushbacks, including trade and divestment barriers. It is obvious that the West will hate to see Malaysia joining BRICS. Malaysian Foreign Minister Muhammad Hassan told Parliament that such visits needed to be carefully considered. We cannot simply go when we receive an invite. We do not want to be dragged into world politics that is more complex, that will create problems with our relations with other countries. Also, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar has restated Malaysia's policy as openness and pragmatism in consideration of whatever can drive further economic growth and underpin a post-pandemic recovery. He added, "We take an approach that is very open to being friends with everyone and trading with everyone as long as we remain a free, independent and sovereign nation." Previously, Malaysia reportedly declined several earlier invitations from Moscow, which is seeking allies in the wake of its invasion of Ukraine. For Russia, it is an opportunity to play a stronger role in expanding its presence and to present a different narrative and perspective in differentiating itself from the West and the European Union. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Russia praises Malaysia's balanced stance on the Ukraine conflict. Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, said at a press conference following his visit to Malaysia, "We talked about Ukraine with Malaysia and we expressed our gratitude to our Malaysian colleagues for their balanced, objective position, which comes from an understanding of the root causes of this crisis, which has developed as a result of the West's actions to pull Ukraine into NATO and turn it, as we say, into an anti-Russian country." Thailand, another US treaty partner in Asia, also announced its bid to join BRICS. Mr. Anwar, who has been critical of the US stance in the Israel-Hamas war, said Malaysia and Russia are on the same page in calling for a permanent ceasefire in the Middle East, immediate humanitarian relief, and the recognition of Palestine as a full member of the United Nations. For Malaysians, this issue has become even more important since the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas war in October 2023. Malaysians are generally critical of the United States' stance on the war and more supportive of Russia's stance. There are other factors too. Putin is seen as someone who defends traditional values against the LGBTQ movement and wokeism, and this goes down well with the conservative Malaysians. The increase in support for BRICS among Malaysians is the Israel-Hamas war, and BRICS is viewed favorably to make peace in the region. On the other hand, the US is seen as a war-fueling country and anti-American sentiments are growing. The views of the average Malaysian may be shaped by how they view the policies of the West at large, which was a largely skeptical and critical one. But here the question is, how will Malaysia empower BRICS? What will it bring to the BRICS table? Well, Malaysia is a big $445 billion economy in Southeast Asia and holds an important geography. It will increase the economic weight of the BRICS as a whole in comparison to the G7. The economy of Malaysia is the 6th largest in Southeast Asia and the 36th largest in the world in terms of nominal GDP with $445 billion. When measured by purchasing power parity, its GDP climbs to the 30th largest at $1.3 trillion. As BRICS is adding new members and G7 is not, so it is inevitable for BRICS to become the biggest international economic group. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for new videos on important international topics.